All right, we're recording.
Okay. Uh, Good evening, everyone. I am your co-host, Bad Luck, and he is.
Guy.
Yeah, we had a name switch. I don't even
Exactly.
remember. It's been so long, I legit don't know what we called you.
I think we went
Uh,
by a couple names.
yeah, it's been a couple. He transitions more than a transformer. Let's just put it that way.
For sure. It's
Um,
called BPD.
uh, I I don't even know what you said.
It said it's called BPD and it's
I
valid.
do not.
Bipolar disorder.
I don't. You probably do have that. I would believe it if you told it.
I'm starting to believe it myself. Well, now this is the first time I've thought of it, but maybe I fucking do.
I mean, you are literally the definition of Katy Perry's hot and then cold song. That should be your theme song.
Listen, it's not always like that. I'm just going through it a little bit right now, okay? That's all there is.
All I'm saying is because of you, because I thought of this like a week ago. Like after you told me you didn't like someone anymore, after like the day before you were like, yeah, I like them. I was like, fuck. Now I'm thinking Katy Perry's hot and cold song, and I had that song stuck in my head every time you called or talked to
What?
me.
That was one of my favorite songs of my childhood. I used to like sit and play RuneScape and listen to that song.
You actually remember the lyrics?
Oh yes. You're hot and you're cold. You're yes, then you're no.
Yes,
You're in,
no,
then
that's
you're
only part
out.
enough.
You're up, then you're down. Yeah, I won't sing anymore. But there's a rock version of it too, which is quite good.
There's a rock version for everything. I saw a rock version for a lullaby.
All right, so I'm gonna
I
I'm gonna
was
post that picture.
um
It's it's
very cursed.
it's gonna get this podcast some views. It just got to 4 likes on Twitter, so 2 retweets.
Yeah, how about we explain that how nice your childhood friend's family was that you could do that to them.
Oh, I just
Keep
posted it.
all yeah. He would get blackout. Well, maybe you should tell the story, and then I'll just tell what I would have done if I was a
Yeah,
kid.
so there was just like a lot of times between the age of I don't know, like 20 to 22, kind of like 19 to 22 where I was hanging out really like 23. I was hanging out with these people and I would go stay at their house. We were really close. I was really close with their family. Um, and we would all just kind of party. And by party, I mean get really drunk and just listen to loud music and do whatever. And it would usually result in me getting blackout drunk because when I get drunk and I'm in that kind of scenario where there's just like a bunch of different alcohol around, bunch of different people drinking, it's kind of a free for all. I'll once I get drunk, I'll start drinking other alcohol. So I'll start mixing alcohol, and then when I'm just too drunk, I don't even care.
Oh, that's always a good idea.
Yeah. Well, it took me a long time to figure out that was an issue. But I would just get drunk, blackout drunk. A lot of times it ended up with me puking. And one time I puked this spaghetti dinner, which it's known me and this circle of people. It's known like I just used my name.
You just used your name. I said, like,
Yeah,
dude.
it's I'll
I
cut it. I'll edit it. I'll edit it. But it's known. It's known in this. It's known in this circle to not let me eat spaghetti when I'm drunk because that's like a trigger food for me to throw up. And the mom would always make spaghetti. And one
well,
night I
spaghetti
just
is the
puked.
go-to for.
Yeah, one night I just puked all over a wall. And then in the morning
I
we woke up, saw it. Their dog was licking it. We took a picture of it, and it went missing for years. This picture went missing for so long. We finally found it a couple days ago. My friend called me, said, "Guess what? Guess what I just found?" And I kind of immediately thought was hoping that it would be this. And she
oh
said,
my
"I'm gonna send it to you." and I saw it and I was like, yes, no fucking way. It was a happy moment.
Yeah, speaking of which, if I was in that situation, speaking of dogs, I would rub your nose in it like a dog. Because what the fuck?
I don't know how they didn't. I really don't. They were saints.
I would make you sleep on it. Like, I'm gonna be real. I would leave.
Well, I have slept on my puke before, but I mean, like, stuff like that happened several times. And rest in peace to that dog, because that dog died another time while we were really drunk. We were outside partying by we were having a bonfire. It was really late at night. It was like freaking midnight, 1 a.m, something like that. They lived right next to these train tracks, and the dog was out with us. Train came by at like midnight, 1 a.m. The dog jumped under the train. I still have a very vivid picture in my head of the dog just jumping under the train and disappearing. And then we found
dogs cannot be trusted around stuff like that.
Yeah. So found one side of the body like 25 yards away from the other side of the body. So,
dude, this is supposed to be a fun podcast. Now I'm traumatized.
R.I.P. to that dog. That dog was great, Charlie. He was a great dog.
Oh my goodness.
But
yeah, I remember something similar like that happening. Oh, well, no one was drunk, but like I visited my sister's house at one point. And they were living in like, they were renting out a place. It wasn't their place. And like it was like a whole neighborhood that was owned by one people. Well, these one people would let their dog go into everyone's house, and everyone was cool with it. So, but at the end of the night, you know, when it wanted to go home, it would just scratch at the door, and whoever's house it was staying out that day would just let it out.
Wow.
Well, some people that didn't live in the neighborhood took the corner really fast, like 90 miles an hour at midnight fast, and just hit the dog as soon as we let it outside, and it was walking back to like the owner's home, and you just hear it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and it's like one, it's a residential neighborhood, like it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, true, but like there's no reason to go 90 in the middle of a night in a neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to take a corner at 90 miles an hour though.
Like it wasn't like a direct, like, okay, the corner was off, like, you know, like they accelerated as soon as they were off the corner, like they hit the gas as fast as they could. Like,
you know, I think the dog jumped in front of the car.
I don't think so. It was like 20 feet away from the corner.
Maybe it was suicidal.
60 yards, actually. 20 yards. 20 yards.
But they were speeding. The people were speeding.
Yeah.
Did
they
anything
took the
come
corner
of it?
really fast and then kept hitting the gas after that.
Kept hitting the gas. Kept hitting the dog. Did anything come of it?
This is a really sad subject for a podcast. I don't know if that was our intention.
No. All right. So what's going on in the life of Bad Luck? You know, there is a lot going on. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly work related, but like holy fuck, I could tell you so much stories. People, if you're going into customer service anyway, just know people will tell you everything they know to their life if you say hi in even a remotely nice tone. Like, be a dick to people, because holy shit, otherwise they will think you're their best friend.
Mm-hmm. Always be mean to people when you're doing customer service.
It's better.
Mm-hmm. Don't look at them when you're
spray them with Febreze.
Yes.
Make them with Febreze.
A lot of them need it.
90% of the time.
Yeah, for sure. Especially the ones that come into Bad Luck's work.
Yeah. The groceries, just carries the shit ton of alcohol. She definitely attracting the best types of people. But But like I would say like 60-70% of people are like normal and cool, and then there's like 15% of like harmless weirdos, and then there's just fucking insane people for the rest of the percentage.
Um,
Whether
what's what's the craziest thing you've heard from a customer so far? Where it's just made you, I don't know, just the craziest thing, whatever you think that might be.
there's two instances, and one the guy, I don't know if I'll tell the one that's like a bit more crazy because I well I mean I'm anonymous online, so he's anonymous by and I don't even know his name, so
Oh yeah.
I guess I could tell that story. But I'll say the other one that's more like directly fucked up because the guy that wants it to remain a secret, his is more just like, why the fuck are you telling me this kind of thing.
Okay.
Anyways, the one that's really fucked up, this girl came in clearly like a person that panics a lot and is just high strung. Clearly, like you can just tell by looking at her, her life is just a mess of anxiety.
Oh yeah. Those are fun people to hear from sometimes though.
No, not in this case.
Okay.
But anyways, she, also a little info about her. She was the new hire for this job, like the job at this convenience store. She lasted a night before she said it was too hard and quit. So that's her skill level, less than.
Wait. So is this story you're about to tell me before she got hired or after she got hired? After
She got hired and quit.
So she's
And now
she's still coming into the store that she quit from.
In less than a day, because she's like, that's too much work, I can't do it. But she's still like, she got another job at a different grocery store, and she's like, that's so stressful too. It's like, ma'am, it's low skill, minimum wage.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just not meant to be alive. Like, if that's too much for you, I'm sorry. Like, if no job, like if everything you do is too much, don't do anything.
So what did she say? What did she say?
Okay, so she just came in, and do you know what Kratom is?
Yes.
Okay, so we sell that at the store, not like a bunch of it, but we sell it.
Nice. You said your owner's Indian, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And so we sell it, and she came in, and she's like, I've never taken it before, but I need something that will not make me sleepy, but will help with anxiety. And I've never taken it before, so I don't know what she would want.
She's asking you for like a recommendation.
Yeah, and it's like, ma'am, why would I? No, they don't give me training on this. But I told her, I'm sorry, I've never taken it before. I know a few people that like have tried it, and they said they like green or red for that, but I don't know if it will make you sleepy or not. And she basically just said, well, I need something to help that, but I can't afford to be sleepy. And if I like, she basically, I'm trying to think of how she worded it exactly, but she basically boiled down to, if you give me the wrong shit, I'm going to kill myself. Which I don't know if I can. Maybe, hold on, let me censor that for YouTube. If you give me the wrong shit, I'm going to oof myself.
That's funny. I love how she just goes into a convenience store and says that about Kratom.
Yeah. It gets crazier from there, but also I just want to like side read real quick. The oof thing, that's not something I made up. You know how Minecraft characters oof when they die, right? My nephew plays a lot of Minecraft, and every time he says someone's like, been killed or stuff, he's like, oh no, they're just oof. They're just oof. They oof. Or, no, they got oof. Or he oofs people.
Nice.
Which I think is so adorable, but also like funny. That doesn't change the meaning.
Zoomers have their whole other language. I just say R.I.P. I just say RIP.
Or sunset. But anyways, so I gave her what I hope was the right stuff. I haven't seen her since, but I haven't been working like a week ago, so
All right.
she could.
So, do you want to talk about the little contest you have going on?
No. Also, I'm not done. Hold on. Let's not. Okay. So, and then immediately after she left, like a minute after she left, this is the same story, different person, but it's connected to her, obviously. I, obviously, as a gay that loves drama, immediately told the next person that walked in. Immediately.
You told a random customer?
Yeah, I was like, yo, some people
Messy.
here, you would not believe this stuff they say to you. And she's like, oh, yeah, I used to work in customer service. And I'm like, okay, that's my op to, like, say it to her so she knows my pain.
Mm.
And turned out she's a psychiatric nurse for, like, the mentally insane. And her response, I thought, like, oh, okay, cool. She's going to give me good advice. Maybe, like, tell me, oh, here's some way to calm people. Or, like, just tell them, hey, maybe don't unload your baggage onto me. No. Um, First she went on a minute rant about how, like, she basically doesn't like crazy people and they're annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Which is always a good sign for a psychiatric nurse. But also, she's like, yeah, but I decided I needed to be in this field because, like, I'm an empath, and as an empath, I could tell I could help people by giving them my good aura, my good vibes. And, I can tell it helping even the schizophrenics because, like, they just, as an empath, as a psychic, I can tell they're getting better.
Okay.
Dead up. That's what she told me. As a psychiatric nurse, that she's an empath and psychic.
Well, your first mistake was even talking to this bitch, okay? What you did say yourself, what you did say about 10 minutes ago, fucking rule number one when it comes to working retail or whatever, customer service, don't talk to people.
Yes, I need to start taking my own, but I hate being rude. I'm super nice to people. Like, that's why I'm such an, hold on, let me try to censor for YouTube. Giant poopy pee head online to people, because I'm nice in real life, but I need to vent out this frustration, because real life people suck.
Yeah, you gotta let your demons out a little bit. Now, can I ask, what did she purchase? What was she there for?
The nurse?
Yes.
Crack pipe.
Okay. All right.
They.
Makes sense.
Oh, no, we don't sell those. I'm sorry. Bubble pipe.
So she was a nurse, but she went a little nurse Jackie, I'm guessing. Okay.
By the way, you're not legally allowed to sell those unless you call them a bubble pipe, but which is the dumbest law ever. By the way.
Now, what is a bubble pipe supposed to be used for? Is it like is it like tobacco? Do they say that you use them for tobacco?
No, it's just an oil burner. There's no other alternative use. It's totally just an oil burner, guys, in case you want to burn your oil.
Yeah, how do you even... Interesting. Yeah, you can't, like, smoke tobacco out of one of those.
No, it's not used for tobacco.
True. That's funny. That's funny that you sell them, though. I mean, I used to have to sell needles to fucking heroin addicts when I worked for a pharmacy, but I never sold crack pipes.
They're not crack pipes. They're oil burners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you not want to talk about the contest that you have going on, or what? We don't have to. I just thought maybe you.
I mean, it's not a very interesting one. Basically, me and my brother-in-law bet some money to see who could lose the most weight until July, I think. Yeah, July.
Okay. Is it July 1st or what?
Yeah, the first day of July.
Okay. And now, what are the rules for this? Because I think this is interesting. I'm rooting for you, obviously. I want you to win that $100, and I'd like for you to spend it on me for sure. But what are the rules to it? Like, did you guys watch each other weigh in at the beginning?
Yeah, we watched each other's weigh in. We wrote down our starting weight.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily who's the skinniest afterwards, because we had different starting weights. It's just who lost the most off their actual weight.
So biggest loser type of deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
gonna watch. So you're gonna watch each other weigh in again on July 1st.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's really no other rules to it. Like you can lose weight. However, you like go smoke some crack if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Yeah.
does crack make you lose weight? I don't know.
Well,
Crystal meth.
I think it probably will in the long run.
As you lose all your money for food.
Yeah. Well, I think we should keep up with it. See how the progress is going. Obviously, we want your brother-in-law to
Yep.
lose, and
Yes.
you'll be the
Because
big
I'm
man
the
of the
greatest.
household.
Yeah. Also, I will say I've done pretty good. I've only had like, okay, so it's been like 4 days, and I've had 2 Sprite cans, which isn't great, but like a pop every other day. It's not
I'm
good.
trying to get him to switch to
Um,
diet. He won't do it.
no, diet is awful, and I will not do that. I'd rather just not drink pop. Um, but also, and then I made some homemade dark chocolate, which is a bit healthier. Um,
Okay.
Peanut butter cups, but I only have like 3 or 4. So I don't think
Jesus.
that's that bad. That's the worst thing I've had.
I mean, it's not that bad. I get it's not that bad.
Yeah,
It's
like
just
I'm
like
still under a calorie deficit. I'm pretty sure.
there you go.
I
For
don't think I
sure.
went over.
Yeah. Now, are you going to be doing? Is it just mostly just diet? Are you going to be doing any exercise? What do you think you got going on there?
I'll probably do some exercise. But like I'm not gonna like hit the gym probably,
Mm-hmm.
or mainly because I don't have a consistent ride there. So
Yeah.
like it's just gonna be light jogging and stuff
Yeah,
I
that's
can
not
actually
bad.
do at home.
Yeah, you could do like calisthenics too. You know.
Also, 1 sec, you're gonna have to talk. I have to cough my brains out for some reason.
No problem. No problem. So, yeah, bad luck's doing pretty good. Me, on the other hand, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
Wait, uh,
What am I waiting for? You good?
yes.
Are you
Okay, there we
burping?
go.
All right. Um,
For some reason, it didn't unmute when I clicked the unmute button.
little update on my life. I'm not dating anymore. I'm not dating. I'm taking time off from dating.
Yep. Yep.
100% doing that. You know, I've been on a few dates, and they all went okay. But
Yeah.
it's just I think I think bad luck over here can will be able to agree with this, and
Explain it.
a couple of my other
Yeah.
friends could probably agree with this too. But like I'm still not really over my last relationship,
Yeah.
which
And
ended.
it'll take time. But
Yeah,
yeah, so you have to work on being happy yourself before you can bring happiness to another.
which by the way, bad luck. That I was just thinking about it like yesterday. See, I can tell I'm like not completely over it because I still think about it, and I still think about my ex, and it's not necessarily in a way like, oh, I wish that we were back together. It's not necessarily like that. It's just I just think about things. It comes up in my head
Yeah.
as much as I hate to admit it. But
Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day, and it's been 6 months now. It's been
Wow.
about 6 months, just about 6 months, and I'm still fucked up. So,
Yeah.
but
I mean, you'll probably. I mean, he was kind of like. He wasn't like your first, but he was your first, like, super serious.
for sure.
So, I mean, like, you're not going to just forget about
I
him.
mean, he really was like my first kind of for
Hmm.
a lot of stuff. But yeah, and I've been thinking about it, and it's like, it's not really like I'm nowhere near like, not just mentally, but just in a spot where should really entertain any kind of serious relationship. And I'm also just I'm not really the one. I wouldn't mind getting more friends and stuff like that, but I'm not really the kind of person that's interested in like going out and meeting people. Yeah, hooking up or meeting people for drinks and stuff like that. Like, if I'm wanting to get to know people, it's either for like a friendship, or it's if I'm romantically interested in them. So I'd like to take the next 6 months or so to really just kind of focus on myself. However, whatever that means. Never really dealt with that before, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I mean, hey, you've got like 6 months of this Biggest Loser thing. I've got let's say I got 6 months of getting my head unfucked up, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, just don't suddenly switch to the Brittany Vente route and curse my name, please.
All right.
Which you probably don't know.
I don't
so
know
Brittany
that.
Vente.
I know who she is. It's Venti.
Yeah.
It's Venti.
I don't care. It's Hammerhead. Anyways, I love her, by the way, but it's still Hammer. If you ever watch this Brittany Vente, or Vente, whatever your name is, I still like you, but Hammerhead's a better name.
Oh, he's talking shit, Brittany. He's talking mad shit right now. He wants
I've watched the last 6 of her streams in a row. But anyways, because I watch so much of her content, I get her YouTube shorts. And there's this one short where she's just like, can we talk about all the people that are like, oh, you have to be happy with yourself before you can be happy with others. Fuck you. I hate you. I hope you all die. Don't tell me I have to be happy with myself. Have you ever been by yourself? No.
She's got a point. She does have a point.
Yeah, so I just saw that. I'm like, I'm not going to send this to Guy. He's going to retweet this and then cancel me on Twitter because I sent this to him.
No, I'm not gonna take any kind of moral advice from Brittany Venti or any kind of relationship advice from her, but she does have a bit of a point. For me, I've noticed when I'm by myself and any kind of just shift to a depressing thing, damn, I'll hit the drugs, I'll hit the alcohol, just to yeah, that's my toxic personality trait right now. So trying to deal with that.
Yep. It's easy to do though. When you're by yourself, it's just easier to make mistakes because you're like, well, no one's here to watch me, or I don't have to worry about anyone seeing me like this. So
yeah, exactly. I don't have anyone else to really preoccupy me or something like that. But all right, let's end this podcast on a good note because my laptop has 2% battery left, and we've been going on for almost 30 minutes. So. We should try our best to make this a weekly thing.
Yes, we should. Instead of, I think this is third, maybe 4th episode in 5-6 months.
Yeah, and also another thing, maybe we could get into viewer questions and talk about that throughout the next podcast.
Yeah, we should do viewer questions. If you guys have a question for us, if you watch till the end. Or maybe we should say it at the start so there's actually interaction with the video.
Absolutely.
But, we'll respond to your questions. Unless they're about our dick size. Because that's private.
I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that all day. All right, I'm at 1%. All right, it's time to go.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
This is Bad Luck signing off.
See ya.